oof. Just oof. Oh my god, this game is doing atrociously. Concord just came out a few days ago alongside Black Myth Wukong, and I don't know who was in charge of that release date. I don't know who was in charge of any of this, but holy shit, this game is doing no numbers. and it's crazy that this game is a pathetic piece of shit, right? Like it sucks that this game is not doing well. It's just like the game is apparently very good. The shooting is very good. The characters are okay. The maps are alright. The heroes are okay. But generally, it's a pretty fun game that took unfortunately 8 years to make. I should probably bring up the article. Let's find it. Alright, found it. Here it is. Congo took 8 years to develop. A dev confirms it took 8 years, and then 5 years was probably just them developing the game. Someone down here pretty much explains it. Plans started 8 years ago. It doesn't necessarily mean it was active development for the entire time, especially since Firework didn't even exist 8 years ago. Sony only purchased Firework last year and went in partnership to publish the games 3 years ago, 22nd April 2021 to be precise. Before Sony, Firework was probably Monsters, and they only reached 200 million 3 years ago. Some that was meant for 3 studios, including Firework. Sony's big live service push is doing horrendously, and I couldn't be more happy about it because good live service games should be they should fail. All of them should be gone. I hate live service games. They're the absolute worst shit to exist, and it's just a thing that if you have one game, two games that are doing well, then sure, go ahead, push it out there. But something about Concord that just never struck a chord with me is that why make a game like this when they could have easily just taken an IP and had someone else work on it? This game took 8 years to develop. You know what 8 years ago was shown off? Yeah, I can tell you what 8 years was. It wasn't 8 years ago, but what was some time ago was this tweet right here from Jeff Grubb and Jason Schreier. The multiplayer could have been a real thing done by these guys. This Last of Us multiplayer, it should have been done by the Firewalk guys. I don't know why Sony decided that they needed to have these guys work on their brand new IP. Why work on a new IP when when the literal IP is right there and is literally right there in front of you? If Naughty Dog couldn't afford to make the multiplayer for their game without having to spend more time than they have to in the game, then what was the then have a sub-side, have a different team work on it instead. Firewalk was your team. Why are you then telling them to go work on this shit game? Because I'll be honest, I only like I only like generic soldier, this thing, and this guy. Almost everybody else in this game, like, oh, and she's really cool, but almost everything else in this game just lacks. The characters look like shit to me. I do not like them. They're just not desirable to look at. I don't want to unlock them. I don't even want to play with them. And then this game was what, £40, and you're telling me I'll spend £40 and Marvel Rivals is free when Overwatch is free, when Helldivers, I own that, and Helldivers is a whole different experience. But the point is, there's so many other games like this one. Why play this at all? Destiny 2 is free. Why play this at all? It doesn't make any sense. Whoever came up with this lucrative idea to charge people is stupid. This game should just be free straight up, and then coming out next to Black Myth Wukong was stupid too. Because what do you think? People are just gonna straight up go, hey guys, I wanna play Concord. How many numbers does this get? Alright, only 3. It's so funny. It's not even in the Steam charts. It's not even in the Steam charts. How? How? You are a brand new game, only 660 peak. That's crazy. That is pathetic. That is pathetic. And going through the Reddit form, it's so funny. It's like all these mans are dunking on this game. Will we hit double digits today? That's funny. Dude, Sony, you need to straight. This game is gonna flop. This game is dead. This game is dead on arrival. People knew from the beginning that it was not gonna do well. This could have easily been your Guardians of the Galaxy Guardians of the Galaxy story mode game if we didn't focus on it being a live service, but it is. Unfortunately, the only way you can fix this game right now is in 1 month be like, look, everyone who's paid for the game, free money back. Here you go. Here's a refund. Here's a deluxe edition. Here's an upgrade. Here's whatever, right? And then you say, here's the game for free, and then you can at least try to keep it around, because this game isn't bad. Apparently everything that I've read from it isn't bad. It's just okay. It's just not very good. And I feel so bad for the devs, because you could tell they put their heart and soul into it, and this is what ultimately came out. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. 8-player drop for a free weekend. How is that possible? Second free week. How do you do that? I've never seen a game do that. It's free, second week it drops. How? Like, that's mad. Even before the game came out, beta impressions, people were saying it's just alright. It's just overpriced and not that good. What is the actual game modes in this game? There's only like maybe 3 game modes. What is the story of the game? You are fighting space pirates, and the space pirates that you're fighting are yourselves, but then there's no real villains of the game. It's just silly. It's just really silly. Let's just look through the article, because it's honestly pretty interesting. Let's just try to find something. I started peaking at 697 players at a couple of hours after lunch. While I didn't think it would positively skyrocket after the US got home from work and school across time zones, it should have gone up to some extent. But it went down at 10 p.m. as I'm writing this late on Friday night. It's at 615 players that are varying between 500 and 650 all day. This is a refrain that is not mainly going to be Steam's game, but even being extremely generous, ignoring to say Sony's Helldivers, who's played more on Steam than PlayStation at this point. Dude, this game is pathetic. Again, I've never seen this before. To the extent the 200 million losing disaster, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, launched with 1,300,000 concurrent players, poor at the time, but 20 times more than what we're seeing from Concord here. Plus, it was number 1 on PlayStation's most played list for a time. Redfall launched with 6,000 players when it came to Steam. Use of Skull and Bones currently has more play. Holy shit, really? That's mad! Last year, Disaster Skull and Game lost with more players. Dude, this game is dead. It's gone. It is gone, and I feel so bad for the devs, but it's so funny. Everybody knew this. Everybody could tell you how bad this is gonna be. It's just, oh my lord, this is bad. Yeah, man. Wow. Wow. Let's look at the Concord. Hold on. Games Concord. Oh, there we go. We want to look at the subreddit. Let's look through the subreddit for a minute. Why are the characters so hilariously ugly? Yeah, they're really ugly. They're so ugly. That's the reason why I don't want to play. If I see cool characters, I will probably want to play a game. This game has no cool characters. Maybe, I like her. I like her. She's pretty cool. But it's like, it's so funny. This game was in development for more than twice as long as Witcher 3. Well, not really, but that's funny, man. That's so bad. They probably spent over $100 million on this. I like this controller. It's cool, but God, he just dropped. This is funny. This is so funny. I am so happy this game is failing for Sony, not for the devs. Yeah, I hope they can somehow salvage this. I hope Sony doesn't shut them down, because they deserve another chance. They do deserve another chance. Honestly, there's no reason why these guys should be punished for Sony's mishandling of them. They clearly are very talented. They clearly know what they can do. I believe they're Destiny Bungie ex-employees before they were then bought out by Sony. It's weird when you think about it, but otherwise, dude, this game is a pathetic failure and it's not gonna survive. Alright, take care and see ya.